Yo, video games. What is up? I'm back, and I was thinking about the spoiler review, and I'm like, do I need to do the spoiler review? Should I do the spoiler review? And I was like, God dang it, I just enjoyed the movie, and then like, I think my spoiler-free review just said everything I needed to say. It was just god dang good, right? I can get into the spoiler review. I have my notepad of notes that I was taking during the movie because I was taking this serious. I wanted to do this serial. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about it, right? Let's go ahead and guys, like I said, this is a spoiler review, so I'm going to be talking about the film. I might not go into crazy deep spoilers or whatnot, but first of all, like I said, the movie, I had a blast with it. There, of course, they changed some things for the film and from the original story, and like I said, that first thing was Cole, right? They changed Cole. They add this character who's Cole. Is Cole Johnny Cage? Is Cole this person? Is Cole Takeda? But we all know he's a new character, and I guess he is us, right? Cole is introduced into this world of Mortal Kombat, and for what he did, I enjoyed the character. He was likable. He had heart. I think he did a good job. And as a MK fan, it's hard to connect to somebody new, right? It's hard to connect. Who just got Cole? But for the most part, I think he did a good job. It was an interesting choice on the film to do this, and and on paper, when you hear you're a Kana and your Dragon Mark, you're like, but for the most part, they did all that right? Because like in the whole overall thing of the film is you have this dragon mark, and I do like how they had this dragon mark, right? The dragon mark is how you get it. You're either born with it or you kill the person who has it and you get it, right? So very much kind of like the Elder Wand rules, right? You get it and you become that mark. And I think that was cool. I think they changed it up. They made it cool, right? Because if it's a 1-for-1 transition or 1-for-1 comparison, then like we have the Mortal Kombat 9 game, right? Mortal Kombat 9 is basically the Mortal Kombat film. Like if you look at the story mode, Mortal Kombat 9 is the story mode. So I think it's kind of cool what they did. The character, like the daughter, don't get too much in the way, and I think it could make for a better kind of film, right? Because it put Mortal Kombat more in our universe, and that's something that the other film didn't really do. So now, first off, I'll say is some of they didn't use a lot of like for locations, like right for Outworld and so forth like that. But I will say, and do we compare it? Of course, we compare it, right? Because you're gonna have to compare it and whatever. Like I said in the other review, it's so weird. The first Mortal Kombat film. It's this beautiful kind of mess. Not like mess. It's just everything came together and it worked, right? It just somehow it worked, and it was awesome. And in the first movie you get a lot of Outworld. This one, Mortal Kombat World, comes to Earthrealm, and it's pretty cool. But I gotta say, the first movie, Outworld felt more like Outworld. It felt like this crazy place. And, when you go see this film, Outworld kind of feels like, hey, this might be somewhere kind of crazy in Earth. You didn't get the Outworld vibes that you did from the original film. So, like, there's minor, like, things that are like, but it's like, but it didn't, like, really just, of course, it could take you out of the film. Just for me personally, I'm like, oh, okay, that... I think there's some certain spots on Earth that you probably could have used, or I would have said, CG it up a little bit, spice it up a little bit. And that was saying the CG in this film does his hit or miss. There are points, but like I said, this film was for a micro budget, right? It was made around the budget of the first Deadpool, and for what the budget was, I think the film was great. I think they did a good job. So, that's where I give the film like certain passes and stuff like that. I'll be watching and I'll see something like, oh, that looks kind of bad. But then the action picks up again. You're like, oh, okay, cool. And then, right, I think there's a certain hit and misses during the film that just knocks, that kind of will take you out a little bit. But then, some cool stuff happens and you're like, oh, man, I'm back in it, right? There's some scenes with Goro. And like I said, I was given a screener. Maybe they'll be cleaned up even more. But overall, like some of the effects were all right. The costuming was amazing. The costuming was just so I'm making up words, right? The costume, like Sub-Zero is goddamn cool in this movie. All pun intended. He's just badass. Every time he appears, it's freaking cool. Every time he disappears, Joe killed it at this role. When he was doing this, I could tell that this guy was having fun. That this guy's like, man, I'm Sub-Zero. I think he put on the costume and saw him, so I was like, God damn, I look badass. And and he enjoyed himself. What else? Like I said, I liked Cole. The whole changing of the story was interesting, but it still worked for what the film was. It worked. Like I said, Sonya was great. There's little Easter eggs everywhere. You see Nightwolf in like a past, little image and so forth like that. The fight scenes were brutal. They were good. They were great. I'll be honest, they're not nowhere near the Raid Redemption status, but god dang it, when like some of the effects with Sub-Zero doing cool stuff, that was fire. Sub-Zero's entrances and exits were amazing. And like I talked about before, all the characters just did an amazing job as their characters. Kung Lao knocked it out of the park. Liu Kang was very much Liu Kang. And there was one thing, I kind of liked seeing Liu Kang from the third party, right? Not as the hero of the film. So that's something that was kind of nice to see as him as like in a fighting game, right? In a fighting game, whoever your character is the protagonist. So that's why I think it was kind of neat how they changed it up a little bit. And a lot of the stuff was changed. But I think it was kind of cool to see him as as a character from the game. But like, you're not following him the whole time. So I thought that was pretty cool. He knocks it out of the park. He's very Liu Kang. I'm Liu Kang and this and that. And, he's like, and all the other characters are like, well, but like I said, Sonya does great. Jax does good. Raiden, right? We're going to talk about Raiden. We're going to go ahead. And Raiden was Raiden. He doesn't have the heart and soul of the Raiden from the film, but that's okay. This Raiden is not like the other Raiden. He's kind of like, bro, I don't even believe in you, right? The other Raiden was like Luke. He's like, I believe in you. The other Raiden's like, bro, this is a waste of time, bro. We don't got a lot of time. We got to do stuff. We got to save the world, bro. I don't got time for you to sit in training mode for a long time. But god dang it, man. This film had a lot of cool Easter eggs, a lot of things that just made me laugh. And speaking of made me laugh, Kano knocks it out of the park. Kano steals the whole show. Every scene that Kano's in, he eclipses everybody. And I'm sorry, everybody did good. Like I said, everybody did good. But Kano, I think to the point where, goddamn, Kano, chill. You're too good, bro. You gotta chill, man. You're killing every scene in a good way. Kano just knocked it out of the park. I'm like, goddamn. So this is spoilers, right? You're in here. I've been telling you, spoilers. Then again, this is Mortal Kombat. No one ever really dies. But man, I'm sad he dies. Y'all, hey, tap, you already know. Spoiler. I'm sad he dies. He fucking. Hey, there you go. Hey, I'm just catching the spirit of Kano. He every scene out of the park. He's awesome. Fantastic. That said, we know Cabal's in the movie. Cabal looked awesome. Cabal felt like the Cabal you see, especially in MK11. God damn it, he had the same attitude. He had the same charisma. Like, hey, like, yeah, did I get you? too slow. Hey, Cabalin. I don't think he said Cabalin, but. And you know what Cabal did? Cabal shit. He did some Cabal moves, and it was awesome. He did Cabal moves, man, going through fast. And that's what I really like about this movie. Is the characters you see in the film do the stuff from the game. And if you kind of go back to the original films, they didn't really do a lot of the stuff from the game, right? Sub-Zero did one ice freeze. Scorpion, he had the spear, but it had some weird creature on it, right? Growing up as a little kid, loving the game, you see Scorpion and you see this goddamn old bird plant creature, and you're like, what is that? Okay, they just wanted to change it, right? But everything looked cool, but it was just like, right? So no, Scorpion had the spear. He was throwing it through people. Come here, doing the damn things that are in the game, and that's where I'm going to give a lot of credit to this film. They did a lot of that stuff. Melina had the size, she had the teleport, and yes, people, she had the teeth. She had a few lines and so forth like that. She did the thing with the sigh, and Melina. I'll say one thing about Melina, and that's it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yay! Oh man, yeah, Cabal looked amazing. There are cool Easter eggs. Like I said, I think one of the bad things is some of the things that I think Kano dying. That I wasn't a crazy fan of. Kano dying made me a little sad. Sonya got her power a little too quick, right? But then I guess, hey, the movie's ending. She got to get her power and all this kind of stuff, and she got a little too quick. But it is what it is. I think there's a couple of things I'm like, what happened right there? I think maybe she could have been in a little bit of more trouble. She could have got it. She could have been like messing up. She came in there and just like, yo, bitch, I'm Sonya. And I got these ring powers, right? I think she could have gotten in a fight. Yo, Melina, let's go. And then Melina's kicking her ass. She's like, God damn, boom. And then like built up to that power that she has, to her Akana, I believe is the term. So that's like one kind of nitpick that I had. The scenes were fantastic. The costumes were amazing. Scorpion was really cool. The voice changed a little bit when he said to come here. It was maybe a little bit of Ed and his voice combined. Maybe they did a little bit of combined, a little kissing. They little kissed and combined together. I like the voice. Like I said, there's cool little Easter eggs. There's a fighter. If you didn't look, it was called Eddie Tobias. Ed and Tobias, the two creators. It's nice to put them as a Easter egg in the film. And what else can I say? I think it's just, I think they did a good job. I enjoyed myself watching this film. I think Kano's back. I mean, like there was a lot of good stuff, right? But at the parts where the Mortal Kombat and the ninjas weren't flying, Kano put this film on his back, bro. Put this whole damn film on his back and carried the whole damn thing. Not to say that like the parts without the combat were bad, because they were good, because Kano was there and like there was just some good dialogue. And god dang it, man, the jokes, the little things that he had were just, oh man, they were awesome. I just want the guy to play Kano to shave and change his hair a little bit and be Johnny Cage, right? Well, you're spoilers, right? So I don't want to hear it. But and that's the big secret for the second film. We got to go to Hollywood. We got to find him. So that's where he is. A lot of people are thinking Cole was going to be Johnny or something like that. But yeah, one thing I will say. Cole's Kano, his power isn't that cool. I'll be honest. It's like he gets armor. I mean, I guess if it was an MK and he had unlimited armor, he would be OP. But the armor, I think, in my opinion, is like, oh man, I think he could have had something cooler. That's just my opinion. Yeah, you might hear some music in the background. That's Pops on the piano. He's in the keys. But Yeah, that was my whole thing, right? And he's supposed to be Scorpion's descendant. I think he should have some kind of cool Scorpion power. He had his great grandpa's spear, and maybe something a little more along the lines of that. But man, Kung Lao did some Kung Lao shit, and when you saw that, you were like, "Damn, that was cool." Jax did some stuff. Jax did the Jax things. I dug it. I really dug it. Um, what can I say? Like, if I had to give it a rating, like, I'd say it was a solid like 9. I just really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the film. Yeah, they went some places with it, but like the things that were just good. Like if you're a fan of the game, it's just good. I think even if you don't really know the game, I think you can enjoy this film. I think you can enjoy it. And the one thing that I did kind of like, I mean, it is a little bit of the Cole show, but it's like everybody gets their time and everybody gets to do what they need to do to survive for Earthrealm, right? It kind of, now that I look back at it, it's kind of like an Avengers vibe, right? Where everybody, it's not just one person's film. It's like, hey, it's these people. It's Jax. It's Sonya. It's and I really dug it. I really dug it. I liked Cabal. He looked awesome. Melina. Melina did Melina stuff. What else can I think? No, that's it, guys. But I really enjoyed the film. I had a good time. It is, it's a very different film from the original, right? The other film, it just had its own charm, and this one has its own charm too, and that charm is Kano. Guy just knocked it out of the park. And like Kano, picture Kano from the video game and Aussie Man Reviews combined into one person, and shit, man, I was just laughing. I was enjoying myself, and I think like most of y'all, you came into this film cautiously optimistic, right? You didn't come in here and be like, of course everybody was excited, but we've all been hurt, and but it was just great, man. Like I said, the thing that made me sad, Kano dies, but even Shang Tsung says, death is just like some kind of another thing. But so meaning like, hey, they'll be back. So in part 2, we might get Noob Saibot. We'll see. Maybe Kano will come back. He's got to come back. To me, he was the star of the. He was the best part of the film. And then what else? That's it, guys. That is it on the review. Like I said, there's a lot of cool little like Easter eggs throughout the film. You can see Sub-Zero's ice ball, how to do it. You can see the versus font in some of the fights in the cards background. You see the great Kung Lao. You see Nightwolf in there. You get characters like Natara, and god damn it, the fatality. Woo! They did some of those fatalities just right. Hey, what about Reiko? Reiko, he did his. Reiko's cool. But everybody else, man, like Shang Tsung was cool. Shang Tsung was neat. Like I'd say, yeah. You know what the characters shined in the original movie? Raiden, Shang Tsung. This is like Kano and Sub-Zero were the two characters that really just took this movie and made it like more awesome. Like Sub-Zero, every time he appeared or disappeared or whatever, was awesome and was just fantastic. But all right, guys, thank you so much for watching the film. I'm tired, but I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Let's discuss it. Let's keep these comments in the chat. Let's talk about it. Let's see. Let me know what you guys thought. Yeah, always good to, yeah. But anyways, I always have to watch, like I'm recording. I don't want to stream because, like I said, Warner Brothers Films gave me this screener to watch and to, and to review. But with that said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this. If you can, leave a thumbs up, guys. It helps the video out immensely. It helps the algorithm. So if you guys enjoy my content, if you guys like me, I would appreciate it. It helps significantly. All you got to do is just boom, hit that button, right? If you're subbed or not subbed, think about subscribing as well. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Woo!